is a perfectly functioning mechanism. Aerodynamic structure of itself is breathtaking. Its endurance is pushing the limits. Its strength is impressive. We take inspirations from the fascinating features of nature and produce impeccable machinery. We explore the sky, climb over the mountains and hills, cross the seas. Aviation, space technologies, modern land platforms, naval platforms, cybersecurity, weapon systems, and in many other areas, we run for exports all around the world. The exported products. Innovation. One by one, we put responsive solutions.
I would like to introduce the president of the Turkish defense industry, Professor Dr. İsmail Demir.
And what we do as duty, we run program managements, project managements. And then we make strategy for defense industry and also cost planning and cost control. And we create some incentives and credits for the industrial ecosystem, especially for defense industry. And we encourage industrial participation, meaning if there is a contract awarded to a main contractor, we make sure that in the contract there are certain phrases forcing those big companies to collaborate with the smaller ones and SMEs. And some certain percentage of the work must go to SMEs. This is a must. Because without a really strong baseline and just having a couple of companies will not make your industry strong. Also international collaboration and cooperation and research and development in defense industry, research funding and activities, and logistics management, and also all the products and all the projects and prototypes we develop, we make sure that the quality test and certification process goes through our agency. So these are the things that we are doing. And from that point on, also the structure of the companies are important. It is known and accepted that defense industry cannot run without government support and government control. But if you make strictly government companies, public companies, it is going to have a lot of problems in the future about efficiency and etc. So what we do right now, there is a foundation called Strengthening Turkish Armed Forces Foundation. This foundation has a long history.
The exported products. Innovation.
After every achievement, it creates kind of self-confidence in our nation, in our companies that we can achieve. And another important factor was that we have realized that we became really cost effective, although initial development of prototypes cost a lot. But we have to endure this, and we cannot let a private company to develop something by its own and endure all the cost.
One by one, we put responsive solutions.
Your indigenous capability, that strength itself means a lot. It shows today that we have achieved this because of that support. This is not a waste, and this is a big gain. And at this stage right now, we have been telling all our brotherly countries and nations that we have been through some processes, some history that some of you has been through right now or in the process. We can share our experience. We can tell you about our end result and how we achieved, how we can collaborate, because this is an expensive process. It needs a lot of resources. And so you must have most cost-effective solution. You must have maybe multinational programs or programs with others' contribution so that you can lower the cost and also increase the volume. So we are at this stage, and also your solution must be cost-effective in the operational field. And if you have very cost-effective solution, you can destroy your opponent's very high asset values that we have done in the past. This is a great value as well. So that means you must plan a strategy for your defense technology for the future. You cannot run blindly after every technology that you heard of. It must be cost-effective. It must be effective on the field. Also, you must consider the changing technology and what the future technology will bring. In this process, we invite your countries to share our experience, to collaborate, if it's possible, make joint venture, if it's possible to make multinational projects together. What we say, anyway, we are spending something, we are doing something, and then instead of you do the same thing and make another investment, so let's share, and maybe through collaboration, we can each invest the areas that we can complement each other. So this is our proposal.
Opening statement, Professor Dr. İsmail Demir. The remain